So there's been a question that's been bugging fans for years, and there have been plenty of debates about. Could adamantium cut Superman? Or can you stand up to the strongest metal in the Marvel Universe? Even more specifically, could Wolverine cut the Man of Steel? That's what we're going to try and figure out today. Now, the first thing we need to take a look at is Superman's level of durability. Let's just see what the Man of Steel can actually hold up to. And while general durability is important, let's specifically look at how Superman holds up against blades or sharp metals. Now, cutting is actually all about applying pressure to an object, but the reason that blades are so effective is that it's able to take a lot of force and apply it over a very small area. In fact, the blade's edge is invisible to the human eye, and with the sharpest blades in the world, they have the edge of 3 nanometers, being able to cut through DNA. But it's really all about pressure. So what kind of pressure Superman stood up to? Well, he's withstood a wormhole, can survive and fight in Krypton's core, and Clark has constantly proven that he can survive and take the pressure of a black hole. I just done it at least 3 times off the top of my head. Superman clearly has an impressive level of durability, and could withstand a ton of pressure. However, this doesn't seem to help him too much against actual blades. He's been cut before by kryptonite blades and scalpels, but that doesn't count, because kryptonite is his weakness, and it basically turns his cells into normal cells. That's not just it. He's been injured by Doomsday's bone claws, which definitely aren't sharper than Wolverine's claws. But I suppose you could argue because Doomsday's a Kryptonian being as well, it might be super effective against Superman. I don't necessarily buy that, but let's just say so because I want to make this as difficult for Wolverine and his adamantium claws as possible. Superman's been cut by Wonder Woman's blade, and Deathstroke's got a killer blade, but that's magic, so that doesn't count. But really the only thing we need to see is the time that Deathstroke's Promethean blade cut Superman's chest and caused him to bleed. Promethean is a metal that isn't magical, and it isn't Kryptonian or exploiting any of Clark's weaknesses. It's just a metal that is sharp enough to cut Superman, so it can be done. But can adamantium do it? Well, I guess that means we need to ask and see how durable adamantium is compared to promethium. Well, both of these are virtually indestructible metals, and Access, an extra-dimensional entity that is both a Marvel and DC character, and is in charge of preventing the universes from forging into one, compared promethium to adamantium. It's been said that not even Superman could break proto-promethium. While people like Hulk have crumpled adamantium before, that's always been retconned in the past and said that it was something like secondary adamantium. Nobody's actually destroyed proto-adamantium. Basically, all this to say is that these two metals are incredibly similar, are at the same level of durability, and you could easily swap one for the other and nothing would really change. So if promethium can cut through Superman and make him bleed, then so can adamantium. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that Wolverine cut Superman. Now I know you might be thinking, Danko, how does that make sense? Wolverine's claws are coated in adamantium, and you just said that adamantium cut Superman. So that doesn't mean that Wolverine can cut Superman? Well, not exactly. Because remember that formula that we were talking about earlier? Cutting is all about pressure, and pressure is equal by the force divided by area. So the question is, can Wolverine exert enough force to cut Superman? We'll say look at who Wolverine has cut before, and see if any of them have similar durability to the Man of Steel. He's managed to slice through the Thing, and severely scar his face, stabbed straight through Namor's body, ripped apart Iron Man's armor, stabbed Ghost Rider, and while possessed he was actually able to make Colossus bleed. But none of these guys are anywhere near as durable as Superman, so we gotta up the ante some. Well, lucky for us, Wolverine has been able to slice Hulk to pieces. Even World War Hulk, one of the strongest iterations of the Hulk, and he managed to stab straight through his head. He stabbed through Gladiator's shoulder, and Gladiator is basically Marvel's version of Superman, or at least one of them. Logan has cut up Thor before, sliced into Mangog and Trion Juggernaut, and Wolverine even stabbed Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet in the chest. Now, there's really no way anyone, Even the most hardcore Superman fan could make a compelling and solid argument that the Man of Steel is substantially more durable than Hulk, Thor, Juggernaut, Gladiator, and Thanos. He just isn't. Then we also have to remember that Deathstroke cut Superman with his Prometheum sword, and Slade really isn't stronger than Wolverine. In fact, I would say that Logan is stronger than Deathstroke. Basically, all of this to say, Wolverine can definitely cut through Superman with his adamantium claws. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just this one every single weekday. And I'll see you next time.